Morning, welcome. Mayavati.
Hello,
Welcome.
Isaac.
Hi,
Thank you.
Mayavati.
Thank you. I'm just experiencing a lot of delight at being here with you, with the Sangha, after a few weeks of not coming together. And just noticing that spontaneity in my heart. and not really having a question at the moment.
No, no need.
Good. Just wanting to sit with you.
Say hello. Yeah.
Say hello. And
And just good. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
Mm.
Connie is
Eva.
waving. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. No. Okay, so Eva and then Connie. Hi, Eva. I don't hear you, but yeah, you're not muted. I just don't hear you. Oh, yeah. Now try that. Say something. No, I don't hear.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect.
I said, good to see you all. Mm. I just want to sit with you, with
It's a
everything.
pleasure.
Yeah. Mm.
Just recognizing that everything that appears, every sensation, every interpretation of sensation, every resistance appears in awareness. And that awareness is here. Every contraction, every automaticity, everything.
It's good to be reminded.
Yeah. As we rest, what happens in your body?
Mm,
Does it get easier or more tense? Or
mm. It gets a little bit quieter and
beautiful.
a little bit more relaxed
Yeah.
and more aware from the spots where it's tension.
Mm. With like just with gentleness and yeah, honoring.
It feels like there's so many things at the same time and a bit scattered energy.
Mm. Okay. It's noticed, yeah?
Mm.
Yeah. And just to notice gently, it's okay. It could be scattered sometimes. Scatteredness comes and goes, yeah? All that scatteredness means is that our attention is jumping around a bit and maybe following a thought or two. Yeah. It's actually more precise to say my attention is scattered. No, the awareness is just, yeah, it's just, yeah, not going anywhere. And when you see scatteredness like this, how's it?
Sweet. It's still a bit uncomfortable, but
Yeah, uncomfortable for sure, yeah. Of course.
it softens.
Yeah. Indeed. Thanks, Eva. Funny. Hi.
Hi.
Mm.
This time I want to talk.
Mhm. Feel free.
Yeah. Well, it took me a long time to get the whole picture.
Mm.
And then how to relate to that picture and to other people in that respect.
Mm.
And I sometimes get mixed up, because then I don't know whether I protect somebody telling what all the consequences or of a vaccine or something might be,
Mm.
or whether I protect not to tell it or to tell it, you know. Do you understand?
It's really tricky because
Yeah.
at this point, I think most people have got their viewpoints, and it's very hard to tell anybody anything. So it just usually goes into an argument, and
No, it's not
you know,
that. But if they
yeah.
ask me, like,
If they ask, of course, then I think it's beautiful to tell them what you've found and what you know to be true, and maybe point them at some, sources of good information.
and I'm also at the point that I think I must do something.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. It is, but the thing is, it really is moment by moment, and you see where something moves you, and then action will happen, because there's a preparedness, there's a willingness, and so it'll show itself for sure. But for me, it's beautiful to hear just how this journey is taking you, and wow, I respect. You speak beautifully about it, and it's clear. You being true to what you know and what you've seen, and it's incredible.
When there was this demonstration in Amsterdam, I put it on the Sangha app, and people got heart beatings from it, and then I just dropped out of the Sangha app as well. I cannot deliberate about the right to demonstrate is more important than the la 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 la, but please keep your mouth shut. That's I cannot.
So that's how your navigation system is good. It's just showing you what's true for you moment by moment. I don't think it's ever been easy for someone that sees to speak, because, wow, if it's not the popular perspective, you get name called, you get projected on, but what to do? You can't help it. When you see and you love people, you want to kind of let them know, and then it's just finding when it's worth your energy and when it's not worth your energy, because sometimes it's just, nothing comes of it except pain.
Well, in the beginning, I was sort of double, like, okay, I'll just relax. But when I got COVID myself and I saw this really black energy, then I cannot not talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it gives a lot of tensions and
It's I think, well, I just see that for human beings, there's certain topics that over the centuries have been very tricky to talk about.
Yeah.
And so in, at certain times, certain topics, if you spoke about them, you'd get killed. So I think all of us have developed mechanisms for kind of being able to speak when it's useful and keep quiet when it's not.
Yeah, so that's what happens when you talk to somebody about it, and afterwards I start shaking, like, when I get home, it's like, whoa, what did I say? Or
Yeah, no, I
but
understand
I'm
that.
not getting killed yet, so
No, but it does touch it. In our ancestry, for sure, there were things where it was, if you spoke, good chance you would be killed. So we carry that information, and so
Yeah.
for sure, when we do speak, it would vibrate some of that old information.
yeah. Shall we look at that now together?
I think, it's just, you notice when your system vibrates like that, just to know you're just touching old information, nothing you have to do, just being aware and letting it vibrate through, because it only gets energy from resistance to the vibration. It only gets energy if there's, this vibration shouldn't be happening, or there's something wrong with vibrating. I think
Well,
it's
it can be
exactly the
very
opposite.
intense sometimes.
Well, no doubt, depending on the level of, if we try touching traumatic information, sure, it's going to feel life-threatening. And so, then it's useful, just how we've explored, just is there any real danger right here, right now, and check it out. Think, okay, this is old information, and just gently present. Doesn't mean anything about you. And your health looks like it's really come back well. You look really vibrant and healthy at the moment.
I feel like yeah, something is completely clear now, and that makes so much difference.
Yeah, it looks great on you. from what I can see, it really feels and looks good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Connie. Juliana.
Hi,
Hi.
everybody. Thank you.
Jennifer. And then Roger. So first Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Isaac. It's possible to have delight here, and at the same time, yeah, just sad, like a broken heart.
Hmm. I mean, you know, if you were from another planet or something and you look down at what's happening on Earth, I mean, I think you'd either be crying or you'd be laughing. You go, what the hell?
Some days it's both.
Yeah, some days it's both. It's like that. Yeah.
Yeah. There's just a deepening into presence that feels
Mm.
like heaven. And some days I feel like I finally have found this deepening, and now the whole fucking world is gone insane. What the heck?
But perfect, you know, in a certain way, it's just a perfect paradox. You know, in the history of this interest, people have been in concentration camps, being tortured. You read some of the palms of some of the saints that were being tortured, and their palms were ecstatic.
Hmm. Yeah, it sort of feels, I mean, I'm not in that situation to compare,
Mm.
but just seeing that, it feels like a bit of both. It's like being squeezed and then
Yeah.
yet just feeling this delight or whatever you want to call it.
Mm.
Yeah. So I just need some Isaac juice here.
Mm.
Yeah, it just touches layers of holding in here.
Mm. Yeah, beautiful to see it. I mean, that's what we're here for. Just to see where something holds, not us for sure. If it was up to us, we wouldn't. It's just to recognize something's holding, something's. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, sweetheart. Mm.
Mm.
Thank you. Oh, gotcha. Hi.
Hi.
And you're welcome to speak about anything. You're welcome to not speak. You don't have to do anything.
Thank you. I feel like speaking a bit first. I live in Singapore. I've been stuck on this island for a bit more than close to 2 years. So
Wow.
hard to get out. If I get out, then I need to get in quarantine and then 2 weeks locked up in a hotel room. So I just noticed this feeling of feeling imprisoned. I feel bored. I feel annoyed, frustrated, stuck, right? Stuck, stuck in paradise. And at the same time,
where's your usual home?
I'm from Holland.
Okay.
We've actually met ages ago in the Muidenkerk. Yeah.
Okay.
I met you.
So even in Holland, you have to do 2 weeks quarantine.
No, I think, but if I come back, so anytime I would come back to Singapore,
In Singapore, yeah,
2 weeks in a hotel with,
it's the same in Australia.
guards. Yeah. So, and lately I just noticed feeling boredom and frustration immensely, and at the same time I realize it's just me being imprisoned in my mind, and that I'm projecting a lot of my frustrations on the Singapore government, the COVID situation.
Let's just slow that down a second, because that's the way we speak. Like, I'm doing that, but if you look, projecting is happening. That's aware of, but who's doing it?
My mind.
Okay, and mind is, well, the way I use mind is thought. So mind has no doership. Yeah. So somehow it's happening. That activity is happening. Same like breathing right now. If I ask you who's breathing, you say, "Oh, breathing is happening." Yeah.
True.
I mean, if we speak loosely, then we say, I'm breathing, but really you look, you just see how it's happening. And it's similar with thinking. We say, look, I'm thinking, but if you can do a little experiment and just don't think for 5 minutes, and you'll see it's not you that thinks. Thinking just happens. So here's what's interesting is, like, these activities go on, like the heart is beating, the liver is livering, the kidneys are doing their thing, and like trillions of cells all going on. And somehow in our culture, we've been conditioned to think that there's a me that's doing everything. But you start to go deeper in, you see, wait a second, that me, that sense of me, what is that? Because there's something that's aware of. I mean, like, when you in deep sleep, that sense of me is gone. Then we wake up, and then an activity starts up with, where am I? What's going on? How am I feeling? All that. And that activity produces a sense of me. That locates us somewhere in time, and but so that activity, if that activity stops, like it can happen on an acid trip or spontaneously, then there's just presence. There's no me there. There's just this wide open space. So then the question is, can that activity of me actually, does that have doership? Is there actually something there, or is it just Fata Morgana, just a sense of me that doesn't actually exist? So then we can see like projecting happens, or, the way I language it is like, seems like most expressions of life called humans have automatic unconscious mechanisms playing that are conditioned and that are coming from, generations of trauma and conditioning. And the big thing to look at is when it's automatic and unconscious, who's doing it? I think, if you look a little deeper, you can see there's no one doing it. And the second point is, if it's automatic and unconscious, how much choice is there? Same thing, zero choice, it's just happening. But the beauty is if it's noticed and an interest comes, wow, that's interesting that that's playing like that. And just going, okay, somewhere, somehow it made sense to this intelligence to function that way, but there's also the possibility of just questioning to see, okay, projecting is happening. Does it serve any useful function in this moment? And if not, then you go, okay, well, thank you for working so hard all these years, projecting, and not so interested anymore. And right now you can sense something's gotten quieter in you, right? Without effort, without a doing, just through clear seeing. Do you work in Singapore or?
Yeah.
Okay, so then yeah. I mean, in simplicity, all that anyone ever wants is to be at peace, regardless of circumstances, regardless of anything.
just notice the tendency to self-analyze and to wonder if I need to do something or if I'm doing well. It's interesting,
beautiful.
right?
Yeah, just to notice. So there's that
Yeah.
activity going on,
Yeah.
and you just watch it. It's like, wow, okay, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Is it useful right now? Does it, what does it
Yeah.
bring? So
Yeah.
we have a lot of these habits, you could say, that have been conditioned, or like we don't
Yeah.
even know where they came from. But they usually, we're so familiar with them, it doesn't even show up on our radar. We just, we just
Yeah.
used to it. When it starts to appear on your radar, that's fantastic. It's like, wow, it means it's, it's like, okay.
A thought comes to mind is that I seek for freedom by changing my circumstances.
Yeah.
While freedom is here now.
Exactly.
And peace is here now.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And the searching just makes, it hides the fact that it's here now. So that seeing is correct and it's beautiful. And then, the seeking just doesn't become that relevant anymore. Seeking for what's here already, it's, obviously not so interesting.
The mind is saying something like, I just noticed my mind saying, it can't be that easy. So it's so funny.
Yeah. And it's beautiful just to see, ultimately it's just thoughts. The thought comes across the screen. Oh, it can't be that easy. You see it and you laugh. Wow, what a funny thought. It is like this. It really is. Yeah. But it is, it's like when there's been a habit of seeking for years, sometimes decades, then all of a sudden it's like, what? How did I miss that? How did I miss it? It's like, oh my God. Yeah.
What a waste. Yeah.
In a way, yes. In another way, it's like, it does it, and one thing is it exhausts itself. At some point, it sees it's useless. It's never going to work. So that's the usefulness of it. But it's But the moment of seeing it is grace. And then keep quiet. Don't run after thoughts. If thoughts come, just see them and let them go. They come, they go. Experiences come and go. Emotions come and go. Upsets come and go. Just resting as who you've always been. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you, Roger. Feel free to come again whenever, if ever.
Will do.
Esther. Mikkel. You need to unmute, please, because yeah.
Yeah, nice to meet you in the Sangha again. And I want to sit here still. the last 2 weeks, I find it's getting more and more and more in transparency. It's unbelievable. Such a precious container that is life. It is horrible stuff. And there is, it's again such a wave of love.
Blessed. Truly blessed.
So, and I'm so thinking so from the last weeks of you and the Sangha. I don't know what happened, but another layer of bursting out of my heart happens. That's the thing. So, thank you so much.
Fresh.
Hi, Isaac.
Aye.
So Big Brother is watching us, eh?
Seems like.
So I just like to mention for the others that they censored the video from our retreat where Isaac was talking with somebody about the current world situation. Yeah, he deleted it. Hmm. Hmm. And I like to sit with you, but a little report just came to my mind when you said in the retreat somebody said, yeah, he was so angry, and actually he was so quiet from the retreat, and then something happened and he really had to scream and da, da, da. And you said, but the peace is always there. It's still there, and it doesn't matter when emotions come. It's totally okay. So I had the same. I said, oh no. And then something happened with my husband. So, but I could see immediately, doesn't disturb the peace. This was very beautiful. Yeah. See this. Mm. Mm. Mm.
Samuel.
Hi,
Hi, Samuel.
it's lovely to be back here.
That's great just to let that shaking just do its thing. And
Thank you.
thank you. Maria.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi, Maria.
I feel a little bit powerless and scary in my life situation. And here I feel very secure and nice in my heart and in the big space. So I would like to deepen this together with you.
You know, I can understand that, but if it's possible, just meet without any agenda. No idea of deepening, not deepening, anything, just meeting as awareness. Because as soon as there's an agenda, it does something interesting. All good.
Thank you so much, Isaac. It's so much
Mhm.
happening with the energy. It's
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Ah, Brigitte.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Brigitte.
Oh, I feel a bit in, I don't know where. I just moved out of my house yesterday with a lot of help and in storage and stuff here and recycling and whatever. But it feels like, yeah, it's like another layer of identity. I'm now not a woman with who owns a house, who has a private practice next to her house, and my location of my company is gone. I'm not working, obviously, and it's a closure of a whole time frame, or how do you say that in English, where I became a divorced woman raising her single mother, raising her 4 kids most of the time by herself, and building a company and studying, and so it's a really I feel my head is empty and at the same time full. It's like there is sadness and there is relief. There is, yeah. It's 2 days before the surgery and on Tuesday, and it's that's placed through my system, and I can start to walk very small steps without crutches, which is needed for recovery after the surgery. And well, it's the whole thing is whole thing is, yeah. But I couldn't sleep for I think about from 2 to 7. I didn't sleep. Was nothing especially on my mind, but there was no way I could fall asleep.
Maybe you get to take a nap during the day.
Sure, but it's like the system is processing something, but there is no, say,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, big changes.
very. Very sweet.
Mm.
There's this title of a song that came into my mind when we were sitting in this sweetness. And it's a song I really loved and I used to sing a lot. Is Where Do I Begin to Tell the Story of How Great a Love Can Be? And it's just this all-encompassing love that I felt.
Mm. That you are, that's your nature.
Yeah. But it's true. Where do you begin?
Mm.
That's what struck me.
Mm. Wishing you well in your surgery.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll be in touch.
Could you drop me a note afterward and just let me know how it went?
Sure.
Also, if you know what time your procedure is, and I can just tune in.
Yeah,
that
it's,
time.
it's Tuesday at 2 o'clock Dutch time.
Okay.
It starts, and it's about, they planned about 2 hours. But that might be a bit shorter, I don't know. Yeah. Thank you for your support.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Okay. Hi.
Yeah, how lovely to meet like that. I'm amazed because basically here's this silence or peace that sees a lot of anger. And even those last days, I felt so much disgust, where I thought, well, how strong that is, even like hate. Yeah? And it's amazing that it is seen and gets space. Or
something, and something I know you know, and there's a way in which, when we look at an expression of life called a human being, there's this idea that they have a choice.
yeah, it's crazy. I know it isn't, but it's like,
and you know, it's like as soon as there's that any residue of belief in that idea, then of course we get upset.
yes,
and we don't have a choice.
We have no choice. Yeah, I mean, I know it is not like that, but
yeah.
And it seems like the only healing, if you want to call it like that, is again to know what I know, to know the deepest.
Exactly. Just to see that whatever is moving, everything is the same intelligence. It's, you know, there is no separation. There can be none.
And yet something is touched. For example, when people tell me, oh, actually, Gaia, I know you as love and peace and accepting, and now it is like there's so much aggressiveness in my expression. Yeah, it touches, because I feel that space and peace, but something needs to be addressed. It feels like this. It's like it needs to be spoken.
Yeah, I understand. And, you know, it's like, let's just take it like underneath that rage, just going underneath it, what's there?
Pain.
Pain.
Or hurt. Pain or hurt.
Yeah. And underneath that?
I can't say.
Yeah, and a lot of times underneath the pain and hurt, there's a sense of powerlessness.
Yes.
You can't do anything about it. It's like,
yes.
And that powerlessness, the anger is actually a way of trying to get power back, but it's not a very efficient way.
Yes.
The system doesn't like that powerlessness, but yet it's okay. That powerlessness, when it's truly seen and met, it's like surrender, basically.
Yes.
But, you know, there's something that, how can I say, that just doesn't, it sees when there's injustice, it wants to address it, and it doesn't know what to do or how to do it. And it's,
Yes.
yeah.
Not so easy to rest in that.
Yeah, but also a lot easier than yes, when it boils over, you could say, because
that's true.
Yeah. So it's like somehow, the thing of just whatever step can be taken, you take it, and whatever can't, you leave it. It's just like that. And it's not in your hands anyway. It's just, yeah. It's interesting, like just, I saw some videos of what just happened in Melbourne. Like the police tried to contain this crowd, and man, the crowd just literally ran over the police. So it's bubbling, everywhere. There's people, they fed up, and there's people that want to, or expressions of the same life who somehow want to contain it. And, yeah. And whoever's pulling the strings is the same. It's like, okay, wow.
Yeah, thank you, Isaac.
Yeah, thanks, guy.
Mm.
How's your sweetie? How's her health doing?
It's always somehow changing. Sometimes it looks, she's doing that therapy right now, and it looks like that the tumors are going back. And then sometimes it happens that she can't digest food properly. Then pain is coming. Then it seems again that the belly is growing again. And yet we are still very confident and and do what has to be done.
Love. Yeah, please give love.
Yes, I will. And she is so sweet and so strong in that, where I say, wow, what a luck that I can be with her. It's beautiful. Yeah. So we will see what happens.
Yeah, of course.
But thanks for asking.
Yeah, thanks, Barry. Oh, wow. Really time. Thank you, Bas, for hosting. Thank you all for showing up. Love, peace, beauty.